Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a channeled message it just started coming through, so it will connect to the title. This is about the pressure being released or lifted. Also, sorry about the noise in the background. This is the pressure being lifted from something, hang on. So it was something that felt like a burden, or it felt like something that you had to do for some reason. You couldn't ignore it or choose something else. It could have even been the pressure of taking care of yourself, of eating, of sleeping, of just doing the regular daily things. But something in your life, and it could have been more than one thing, it felt so burdensome. And maybe you felt like this should be easier. Like, it's not supposed to be this hard. I'm not supposed to struggle this much. And maybe you compared yourself to others who didn't seem to be struggling with those same things. And for some of you, you felt like it was your own mind making it harder than it had to be. Like, you knew there was an element of self-sabotage. You just couldn't figure it out. You're like, what is it though? Like, what is the belief that I hold? And you kept searching and digging and like trying to find out how you are self-sabotaging, because you're like, it has to be me. It has to be in my own head. And for those of you that don't relate to that part, maybe you just felt like almost a victim, like you didn't want to be a victim, but a victim of circumstance. Like, this is happening to me, I can't do anything, I can't change it, I just have to be here in it. But either way, you've noticed, and this is very, very recently, like the day you're seeing this or within the last 24 hours, you all of a sudden start to feel some of that pressure and that weight lift. So something coming through is part of that burden, not the entirety of it, but a big factor of it was a part of you that was still existing in survival mode. And so it's like, imagine you're in a rush to get somewhere and it's really important. Like, there's going to be trouble if you're not there on time. There's pressure, you're rushed. It's not going to be a pleasant moment trying to get yourself out the door, trying to get everyone out the door. You're going to be short-tempered, stressed out. You're not going to be feeling good because there's that element of pressure or a burden, or if I don't, then there will be a consequence. And that's the space that you are coming from. So even things as simple as taking care of yourself, taking a shower, making sure you eat enough during the day, they seemed burdensome or overwhelming because, sorry, I lost what I was trying to say there, but basically you've noticed that it feels lighter. It doesn't feel maybe like all the weight is gone or all the burden is gone, but there's a noticeable shift. And it feels more doable, and it feels almost like you could enjoy it, or it could be casual, or it doesn't have to be this big burden in your life. It can be just a simple thing that you don't even think twice about. So if you connect to that at all, then let's get more. This could be about the same topic or something new entirely. Let's see what comes through. So these didn't come out, but they flipped over in the deck. So I'm going to take that as it hasn't hit here physically yet, but it's about to. It's like the next in the queue. So this is okay, if this was a movie or a show, it would be the exciting part when the drama starts. But if it's your own life, it's not as exciting. But don't worry, I'm not saying drama is happening in your life in a bad way. It's just, you'll be at least a witness to it. It doesn't mean it's going to be affecting you negatively. It doesn't feel like you. This feels like somebody else's feelings. Okay, going back to the movie, it's like the movie had been focused on you. You know when it'll switch, like it'll be focused on one main character and then it'll switch and then it'll be focused on another one. It's almost like that, like it's been focused on you and then all of a sudden this other character comes out and they're like, okay, I'm taking over. Not that they're taking the attention from you, but it's like they're stepping into the scene now and we're going to learn about them. So this is someone whose feelings, they're emotionally not immature, but they're emotionally young, if that makes sense. Just like how someone can be young but still mature, and someone can be old and immature. Someone can be spiritually young but still spiritually mature, or emotionally, if that makes sense. This person, so I'm saying they feel deeply, but they're not good at hiding their feelings, even if they try. There's a energy of this person, and maybe normally they do, but however this person is coming through or about to come through is that they can't help but say how they feel. They can't help but express their emotions and their thoughts and their feelings. Like it's the energy of like a young person giving their speech or giving a speech and being very like they haven't exactly had the life experience yet, but they are still passionate or understanding about certain things. I feel like I'm not explaining it that well, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. It's like they still have that passion, and that like the world hasn't hardened them. They're still very passionate, and they don't understand why someone would not do what they feel. Like they don't, like their feelings are so strong that they can't pretend they're not there. And this is gonna cause, for some, it could be drama. There could be some conflicts, but I'm not getting it as it's affecting you in any way badly. So it's more like things that need to be stirred up, things that need to be reopened, or if there are areas in your life that have felt the truth needs to come out, or maybe people are trying to lie, or people are trying to paint the story one way when it's not that way. If you felt like that, this is all connected. It could feel like different separate areas in your life, but there's something about this summer starts to connect all the dots and all the pieces that felt random, and all the situations you're dealing with in life that didn't seem connected, and now they're all being connected. This could have been coming through in your dreams, or you could have been having strange dreams lately, extra vivid dreams. Maybe your dreams have had a certain pattern lately. So I feel like this is one of those messages that when I'm saying it, I feel like it doesn't make a lot of sense, but then if I watch it back later, it makes perfectly random sense. So I don't know. Hopefully it makes sense to you. Okay, so 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. So the reason that you're not going to be affected negatively is because you've already been affected negatively. You've already been on that side of the coin. You've been in that space. Now you've transitioned to the other. So like from the shadow side to the light side. And they're not opposites of each other necessarily. They're just 2 sides of the same coin, and you're just going to the other side. So, or you already have, but that doesn't mean that certain things don't happen anymore. It just means the way that it affects you is differently. So if something doesn't go your way, if someone gets mad at you, if anything like that happens, it could still happen in life, but it's not going to be the same experience as it was before. It's not going to affect you like it did. It's not going to matter really. So what your energy has been drawing in is the truth, even if it's a painful truth, even if it's a hard truth. Nothing can exist in your field that is false anymore or that's wearing a mask. So if something wants to stay in your field, it has to be authentic. It has to speak the truth. If it doesn't want to, it can't be in your field. It can't exist around you anymore. You're not so much a person now who is desperate for signs or answers, but when one stands out to you, you notice it. So, for example, if you've been watching a lot of readings on YouTube, instead of being someone who just is always searching for a new sign, a new message, watching video after video, now you're switching to someone who, when you feel called, you might go on, and if there's a video that stands out to you, you'll choose it, but you're not constantly in this like addictive state of needing more. You know that you're aligned and that the messages will come through however they need to. It's not something you have to search for, and if you feel drawn to, that's different than feeling obligated to. So, any more messages for this video? This pause you've been in, that you keep feeling a big new beginning where everything in your life changes. Like, it's not just a change in one area, it's a change in all areas, in all aspects of your life. And you've felt like it's almost going to happen at the same time. Like, it's not going to be the different pieces all coming together. It's just going to happen all at once. You've been feeling that. And certain things have come together, but this other big thing you've been feeling, this big change and shift of your life, this is something that you've surrendered to. You've done everything you could, and you're at peace with where it is. You're just at peace with where your life is. You're at peace with the timing of everything. You're not fighting against anything. You're in acceptance, and not in a giving up way, but in a knowing that you are held and taken care of and loved, and that's why you don't have to worry, not because you don't have a choice. So your mind is getting a makeover, I just heard. And the way it came through as makeover makes me feel like you're going to be seeing yourself more beautifully, and then also your life more beautifully. You're going to be noticing the beauty in it. You're not going to have to search so hard for it. It's just going to be right there. But this also means the way you think is changing. It's going to be more accurate to your truth, and it's going to leave less room for confusion or brain fog. And your brain isn't going to have to work overtime like it always felt like it had to. It's going to be able to rest and do a lot of things automatically and subconsciously that before were working in the opposite ways and almost against you, or it felt that way. So that's all I'm getting for this reading. And I'm being called to tell you, if you have a wish, you can send your wish to this clear quartz. I don't know what will happen, but that just came through right now. So if you want to do that, go ahead and send your wish to it. And thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.